retail cohort's been getting dragged through the mud for months. But while many continue to struggle, there are a few areas that are working, like the off-price and bargain retailers. Take Ollie's Bargain Outlet Holdings, OLLI, which came public in July of last year and has seen its stock deliver some terrific performance, up near 40% year-to-date, right around 50% since the IPO less than a year ago. Ollie's is your classic off-price retailer that sells name-brand merchandise at a 70% discount to what you pay at a department store. They have 212 locations in 18 states, but the real story here is that management believes they can expand almost 4.5 times that to 950 locations across the entire country. Now, the company blew away the numbers when it reported a couple of weeks ago, with Ollie's posting a 3-cent earnings beat off of a 17-cent basis. Pretty good, huh? With higher-than-expected revenue up 19.2% year-over-year and solid 6% same-store sales growth. Plus, management gave bullish guidance for the full year, said their new stores continue to perform as well or better than expected. So could this be the next great regional to national retail story that I tell you I'm always looking for? Let's take a closer look with Mark Butler. He's the chairman and CEO of Ollie's Bargain Outlet Holdings. Learn more about how his company's doing and where it is headed. Mr. Butler, welcome to Mad Money. How are you, sir?
Hey, Jim. Good to see you.
It's a great joy to see you because you've got a concept that's, we often hear about off-price. But what we never hear is about the transparency of off-price. If GE has a lot of light bulbs, you say we got them from there and we've got them at our stores, right?
Yeah, what we do is we tell the truth. Look, it's not CFLs, it's not incandescent. Whatever it is, what it is, it's a bargain. What we attempt to do is buy major name brands, bring them back to our stores, sell it direct to the consumer.
Okay, I want people to understand that you'll say in your incredible website, which looks like those old circulars, but you're internet-oriented, particularly with Ollie's Army, that you could say, look, there's basically, there are a couple of trucks that landed, somebody had too much inventory, and we got X, and we'll sell it to you much lower.
Yeah, look, there's a charm in telling the truth, and there's a reason for us getting the product. We get package changes, color changes, last year's product, bankruptcies. Anytime there's a reason or a disruption in the market, we have the ability to be able to prosper. We've been doing this, it's new to the public market. I've been doing this for 34 years.
But okay, so beds and books and stationery, food, candy, I mean, all this is available. Huh?
Yeah, Jim, you never know what you're going to find. But, and we shared some clips with you of some major name brands. Many of them I can tell you about, but by and large, a lot of them I can't tell you about. I'm not allowed to advertise them. So you have to be able to come in, see for yourself. You never know what you're going to find at Ollie's unless you stop by and see for yourself.
Okay. Are you conceivably, though, at the mercy of the closeouts? How do you have all the merchandise? I mean, what happens if nobody goes under or is in trouble for a month or two? Or is there always someone in trouble?
Well, I'm not sure it's necessarily somebody in trouble, but the manufacturer is always making changes. There's always a newness and a need to make new product, better product, and that provides closeout opportunities. Again, package changes, last year's models, discontinued items, any kind of...
I looked at the quadcopter drone. I mean, how could you have quadcopter drones?
Well, I think an importer in that particular thing, an importer imported more than he was able to sell at the price he brought it in at. But at the price that we're selling it at, we bought several thousand.
Don Francisco coffee? How come someone has that?
Well, anytime we can get an offering, that might be relatively close-dated goods. We don't sell anything outdated. Might be close-dated goods. But, we might be 30, 40, 50, 60% off the real stores.
I got it. Now, there is an element, though, to your company, which is about the state of our times.
Yep.
I mean, look, Dollar General, Dollar Thrifty, Ollie's, these are who's doing well, Big Lots. What does it say? Does it say that the consumer, as Matthew Boston, we both know, the J.P. Morgan fellow wrote a piece where they said the consumer doesn't have a lot of savings?
Well, I think that we have something that's incredible. We have something that America wants, and that's a bargain. Jim, a bargain will never, ever, ever go out of style. If we can give name brands and sell it at drastically reduced prices, America is going to respond.
Now, there was a granularity on the call that was kind of strange. And people were worried about the week before Memorial Day, worried about the weather because you mentioned the weather. Are we okay? I mean, I know you can't give me where we are in the quarter because it's done, but you just did that equity offer. I mean, and the equity offering did drop the stock. I mean, are we okay? Is everything kind of on plan?
Look, I feel really, really good about where our business is. I'm not a seasonal business, although Q2, we do have a little bit more strength than the seasonal business. The weather was lousy early May.
Yes.
But I was really pleased Memorial Day
Okay,
weekend.
then I'm going to say that that's okay. Now, the last thing I need to talk about is Ollie's Army. And you have been a direct mail and flyer company, but you are going to be far more of an affinity group company. What will that do for margins and what will that do for growth?
Well, I think that for growth in particular, first of all, Ollie's Army is over 7 million members strong, and they're incredibly responsive.
Right.
It encompasses over 60% of my sales. But what we
And they do get a nice bargain. I mean,
they
that's
do,
what people
and
should know that.
they do earn discounts
Yes.
and special invites to special events.
Right.
But in particular, what we're going to do is what we hope to do is if you join Ollie's Army and if you bought pool chemicals last year, and if I have a deal next year, I think that I'm going to tell you about the pool chemicals. The likelihood of you needing it is pretty doggone high. All I got to do is tell you about it. You'll be familiar with us. You know you save money, and you're going to come back next year.
Last thing I want people to know, you own a lot of this. This is not, you're not some manager hired by other guys. You have a big ownership stake.
I do. I do. We're well over 20%.
All right, that's what I want. Okay, that's Mark Butler, co-founder, president, and CEO of Ollie's Bargain Outlet Holdings. I'm going to be joking to David Faber, but this is my next destination. Stay with Cramer. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.